God, my hair got all fucking crazy. What happened there? Okay, recording. Come on. Keep doing that. Hi, Marnie.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Would you
Good.
like to have this recorded? Did I mention that?
That'd be great. I'd love that.
Okay, because I'm recording it so that you can have this for future, and we can even post it on our Facebook and that kind of thing.
Wow, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Mm.
So how are you?
I've been pretty good. I have this weird thing. My screen cracked, so
Oh,
when I look at you, I have to look up there.
I
So
understand. It's okay. I might be, I actually had to maneuver something too, but it's not quite like that. I remember you said that had happened. I
yes,
felt,
oh,
yeah,
took me
I'm
out for
sorry.
a couple days. You know, it's just what happens, right? But right
Yeah,
when your whole life goes online, it's like no.
I know, of course. I know timing is
Yeah.
essential right now, especially. There's so many things that are online. That's kind of how we're all living.
How's it been going for you guys having all these online?
It's actually been a really good turnout for our classes as well as our events. Classes even picked up in the way of attendees because I think there's a lot of people that maybe feel more comfortable in their own home doing some of the classes, not feeling maybe they were never really class gym types anyway. And so this motivates them at home to do these things. So I think that's been a good, fortunate thing for us and for them too.
Good. That's really
Yeah.
good. Because health
Yeah.
is so important. Like when we do things to nurture our health.
Yeah. Oh, it is. And as as the practice, that's what we promote. We don't want everyone to kind of fall in the cracks, while we're trying to, if not mend them, we're trying to keep them from having to, experience something where they have to be mended. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for this. I've been looking forward to this all day. It's like,
Oh,
I can't
good.
wait to go to that Zen place that Marnie takes us.
Oh, good. Thank you.
We've
It was
had
fun.
some,
I got to go into that Zen place to prepare for it. So that was nice.
oh, that is nice. Yeah, I think that's essential, right?
Yes. In the beginning, I was always really nervous. So it wasn't very Zen when I would prepare. Whoops. Are you there? Okay.
I'm here.
Um, but I'm getting more in the groove. And so now it's like, wow, that was really wonderful to
Yeah.
think about it and read up and write a few things out and practice. It was
That's
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
Now, since this whole thing started for you too, I know you were doing a lot with, I want to say the name, the lifestyle place over on 4th Street.
They weren't able to survive the whole COVID
Mhm.
shutdown.
I'm
So
so
just
sorry. I
kind of,
haven't been by there. I'm gonna make sure everybody's getting in. So there's Jana. Hi, Jana. I don't think I have everybody muted yet. You can mute yourselves. That's how I look at that. But I'm very sorry to hear that.
I didn't even get to teach one thing over there. It all happened right after, like right then.
Oh, yeah, doggone it.
It was a beautiful place. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they
I
can.
did go by it. I went by it a couple of times because I'm in the area. So I wanted to see it and I wanted to experience it and everything. But you're right. Right about that time, everything was kind of happening. So very, just, I don't know. 2020 is one of those. It's definitely for the history books. And I don't know, none of us know. This is all new.
Right?
So, yeah.
Right. Right.
Sorry, guys. I'm adjusting again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm adjusting again and again and again. I feel like maybe that's even better. Hopefully. I don't know.
Right,
So can you hear me okay? Not that I'm going to be speaking. I just want to know you can hear me okay. And let me see where we have. I'm looking to see the participants here. There we are. Yeah, I see Jana. Hi, Jana. I just wanted you to know we know you're there.
Hi, Jana.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Okay. Okay, what time are we at? I have my phone in here, 5:21. So we're a little early still, no problem. Like I started to mention to you, Marnie, we had everybody, when we send these Zoom announcements out and we promote and do that throughout the month, for the most part, most people either call the front desk or they might email myself or Paige and say, oh, I'm in, I'll be there. But we really don't know until the event and we kind of watch. And I'm just watching for certain people's names to pop up. This interesting weather. I knew it was going to be hot today, but the fires are putting out so much smoke.
That's what it is. I thought it was fires.
Yeah.
Where are they? Do you know?
Well, we have one in Santa Fe, unfortunately. That's the closest one to us. There's one in the Santa Fe Mountains. That's about, I think it was zero contained when I last heard, and it's over 100,000 acres. It's already a lot. And then there's some in Colorado, Arizona, of course, California.
Everyone.
Yeah. So the smoke, it mixes and with this kind of hot, humid conditions, it always looks like it's clouds, but I'm pretty sure it's smoke.
It reminds me of sky in Illinois. It's kind of like a thick white gray layer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, someone, Cece joined us too, I see. I'm just looking to see who else is here. Welcome.
Hi, Cece. Hi, Jenna.
Okay. Well, there's Debbie. Hey, Deb. Now, a lot of this stuff that is not part of the recording, it can be edited out, so not a problem.
Oh, yeah.
I think. And have I handed it over to you yet? Let me check this. We have about 4 minutes.
Just enough time to choke on water.
Okay. Just making sure. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Sally.
Hey, Deb.
How are you?
I'm good. Long time no see. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm glad I'm able to join you guys tonight.
I'm so glad too. Thank you for being here.
Betcha. You guys always have great programs.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Marnie always, like I told her, is going to put us into a nice Zen space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been doing Denise's meditations, and she's just so great. When I can,
Very nice.
when I'm
Yeah.
not on the road.
Yes, I know you do a lot of road warrior. You're a road warrior woman. Yeah.
I'm kind of not like I used to be. Oh my God, I used to be in 5 states when I lived in Arizona.
Oh yeah, that's way much.
Yeah, those days are gone. How about you?
Okay.
You having any fun this summer?
Myself?
Yeah, you having any fun this summer?
Oh, here and there, like just gardening and doing like a lot of
Oh, I like gardening.
it's all good, just kind of getting creative in your own space. And
Oh yeah, no, I'm a homebody actually, me and the dog and, cooking and visiting neighbors and,
yes, I do a lot of that myself. I totally relate. Yeah. It's good for us. I mean, this is actually, I think there's a silver lining to this whole thing for sure.
Absolutely, I agree.
So now, Marnie, just real quick, because I know it's just about time to begin. I'm just making sure it's recording, and I'm making sure you are able to just take over at this point, because I don't really, I mean, the screen shows that you're in. I don't have you muted. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, I'll mute too.
And
I'm gonna mute.
our participants, I think we have 4 or 5. Let me look now. We've got somebody waiting, so I'm making sure they're getting in. Hi, Rose. There we go. Okay, Rose has joined us. Hi, Rose. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Rose. She don't miss a beat. Which hat are you
Well,
gonna wear
welcome.
tonight, Rose? Which hat are you gonna wear?
Welcome, everyone. It's about that time. So welcome, Bezel Health. Chart your course. We have a special guest. We have Marnie Rehn, mindful meditation coach. Have I said that correctly?
Yeah.
No, wait. And she has presented before. If you missed it, you're in for a treat. Looking forward to what she's going to lead us in. And I know that some of you might have seen the post that we had, but she's got a special treat for us, and I'll let her take it from here. And I've got the recording on, so we should be good.
Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm glad to thank you for the invitation back, Sally and Bessel Health. Yeah, so I would think I was the first online workshop that you guys had. And just raise your hand if you were here the first go. I can only see a couple of faces. Okay, good. Well, a little bit of both, right? Awesome. Just a little bit about who I am. So I am a certified mindfulness teacher and a naturalist, and I was a public school teacher for 20 years. So 2 decades of time spent in our public school system has helped me develop a taste for seeking out skills of resilience. Working in a public system with young kids brought about a daily onslaught of change, and that happened moment by moment. And I think, when we look at what's happened in our lives since February, really through March, all the change that has happened, and it hasn't stopped changing. There's always one thing after another coming up. Sometimes that can leave us that kind of change where it's not only change personally, but change with all your friends, change with all your work environment, change with all of our society, right? Can leave us with some anxiety, some stress that can show up in our bodies and our health, a sense of overwhelm. So I look to Brene Brown. I love her. She's very inspiring. She said resilience is more available to people who are curious about their own line of thinking and behaving. And as we look about how the world is going forward now with the global pandemic, election season, economic unrest, climate, issues, all of that, the more we can become to get curious about the way we are approaching this kind of widespread change, the more resilient we become. And so mindfulness in particular, the formal practice, right, of mindfulness-based meditation, there are many kinds of meditation, but I'm teaching mindfulness-based. It allows us to cultivate inner stillness, right? It supports us in a way that we can cultivate this sense of inner calm so that we begin to see how our own minds work. When we see how our own mind operates, we gain insight and create space so that we can respond to life's changing circumstances with, response instead of reactivity. And how many of you guys have a meditation practice? If you can do the thumbs up or a hand up, You have one. Great. And I know Vessel Health supports you because you guys do you have offerings, meditation offerings. So that's such great support, I think, at times like this. I would be curious if you can navigate the chat function just to give me a sense of what brought you to this workshop tonight. For me, you know, maybe it would be a desire, a curiosity. Maybe it would just be to connect with community, or a desire for inner peace, letting go of stress. If you can just type a word maybe into the chat, then I'll have a sense of what got you here, so I can try to address that. And I want to make sure that my chat is open on the side. Oh yeah. Yeah, the more we learn about ourselves, the better we can adapt to everything, but also when we're more well adapted, we are also a lot kinder, have more patience. Yeah.
Marnie, excuse me, are you able to see the chat?
I can see the chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, because I see a couple there, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I do.
Thanks, everyone.
What I wanted to do really, and it's okay if your video's off, but let's just take a moment to take each other in, right? To connect with each other. So you can look around the screen and just take in each other's energy, space, environment. We get to see a little slice of someone's life in this Zoom setting. When we all meet at a clinic, it's different, right? It's clinical. Yeah. And also take in the room around you, because we're going to do some meditation in a minute, but orient yourself to the space you're in and just settle. It's a shift from the rest of your day. You know, feel that sense of space between you and the walls, and notice your mind as you look around. Oh shoot, I didn't clean up that little pile over there, or what shows up in your thinking. And just let it be, right? Just let it be there. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know about you, but like, and I heard, who was it? I'm trying to look now. Was it Jana or Rose? One of you was talking a minute ago about walking your dog and gardening and being somewhat of an introvert. And in some ways, this kind of pace, like for me, having nowhere open and nowhere that I feel compelled to go and be, has occurred as like finally the world is caught up to my speed. And that's when the introvert in me is kind of running the show. But when that need for me to connect with society and community and go places and have some distraction and entertainment kicks in, then I can feel like, when will this thing end? Why can't we get back to normal? Right? So day by day, our longings and our moods change. We have, as humans, we can fall into the trap of wanting things to continue the way they were. How many of you have caught yourself asking, when will things get back to normal? Right? Yeah. It's a universal truth about humans. We're all grappling with ways that we haven't had to before. We live in a changing world, in an unreliable body, in a fluctuating economy with shifting social norms. This has been true for all people in all eras. But I think we've had a long period in our lifespan of not having to be as aware of those facts. Some of us have, and at any moment, right, change can happen, right? We can get forest fires can ignite, car accidents, right? Loss of a pet or a loved one, unexpected health diagnoses. These things can happen, right? And it can take us aback. Right now, it seems like there's just an onslaught of that kind of stuff happening. Right? So how do we find peace and ease in the midst of these ever-changing realities? I don't know how to say his name exactly. Heraclitus, the Greek philosopher Heraclitus, in 500 BCE, How's this for normalizing the phenomena of change? No person ever steps in the same river twice. It's not the same river, and he's not the same man. Now, the only difference we could take to that quote right now would be he, she, or they are not the same person. So, meditation. Oh, I'm having a cat friend visit. Meditation can be extremely helpful. Mindfulness practices help us develop this clarity in meeting challenging circumstances. And it can help us foster a deeper understanding. We can shine a light on the nature of experience when we focus our mind on an object of meditation, like the breath or the sound around us, the soundscape. And we're provided the opportunity to become aware of all that's not that. So that way we can study what thoughts are coming in, how our mind tends to have a negativity bias. We can understand an emotion before it gets really strong and gets us in its grip. And luckily I say this with a little sarcasm, no matter where you are in life right now, it provides us with a naturally changing landscape of phenomena. Right? Sound comes and goes. Physical sensations come and go. Thoughts flicker in and out. Mental images play like movies in the mind. You know, the breath enters the body and leaves the body. Emotions ebb and flow. And moods arise and pass. Right? This natural changing phenomena. And the body has deep resilience. The body deals with that very well. It's when we allow the mind to go on autopilot that we can get caught in the grip of one of it, right? Wanting, yearning, or pushing and resisting. That's when suffering kicks in, stress. That's what we call it these days. So the closer we attend to the reality that everything's always changing, and the more we see that nothing stays around for very long, and the more we begin to really grapple with that and be with that, the more resilience we develop to change when it happens. And our bodies have a natural ability to guide us through. So in the meditation today, I wanted to give us an experience of sitting with that changing phenomena through our senses. Right? Our ears take in sound. Your ears are taking in the sound of my voice and the silence between my words. Your ears are effortlessly taking in that changing landscape of this conversation I'm having with you. Right? Maybe the sound of your swamp cooler or air conditioner kicks on and off. Your ears are completely resilient and can be a wonderful, like these kinds of things through meditation as a focus, a concentration practice can help us deal with change that happens in life. So are you ready to practice? Good. So for this, find a comfortable position and see if you can, if your body allows you to sit upright so you remain alert. If you need support on your back or to lay back, that's fine too. Do what's right for you. And as you settle in, right, you can choose to have your eyes open or lower with a lowered gaze, or you can close your eyes now. What we're going to do here is bring our attention inward. And as you settle in, become aware of the totality of your whole body taking a seat. Sitting and aware of sitting. How often do we get to do that? Is there pleasure in sitting? Maybe not. Maybe yes. I feel the sensations that come along with sitting. The weight of your body making contact with the floor or the chair or the cushion. See if you can sense into that, the bend in the hip, the knees, maybe even the ankles. The weight of your feet on the floor. Slight pressure. the support from the cushion or the floor. Feel the muscles in your back holding you upright or melting into the bed or the cushion or the floor. Sitting right now is like this. Expand the awareness of your awareness to keep the bodily sensation, the presence of your body, but also include the sounds in the space around you. I'm gonna expand this now to take in another sense gate, right? The sense of sound. And we're looking for this felt sense, this experience of hearing. We don't have to contextualize the sound. Oh, that's the air conditioner. Well, that's the refrigerator. No, just feeling the sound coming and going. Taking in sounds that are close to you. Maybe reaching into that sense gate for sounds that are far, far away from you. What's the sensory field like of sound? Natural sound, man-made sound, noticing what happens in the body when there's a sound that you like, or a sound that you don't like. Listening for the silence between sounds, the intensity, the texture of the sound, its resonance. Like the tone. Note to hear how the ears just take it all as it comes, right? The ears don't think about it. They don't evaluate the sound. The mind does. The ears don't long for one sound to stay and another to go away. The ears themselves, they just adapt and naturally continue, taking in this ever-changing landscape. It's thoughts that come, right? We can become aware of these things. And when we become aware of thinking, interrupting our concentration on the soundscape, that awareness is a moment of mindfulness. We can let the thought go. And that letting go of thinking, we don't have to stop it. We don't have to do anything. We can just let it go. Just like this word will end and there's silence, that thought will come and that thought can go. Right? And this practice of letting go is the practice of mindfulness. Awareness, presence, this moment as it is, this felt experience now. Now, the longer we sit or we are still, there is an arising of physical sensation that may come into your field of awareness. So what physical sensations are being felt in the body right now? What stands out? Scan the body. What sensation is there? Maybe tingling or pulsing, throbbing, vibrating, maybe relaxation, maybe melting, softening. Just greeting it. What's here? So I'm going to guide you in a little brief body scan from head to toe. See if you can bring awareness of breath in. Find your breath. You don't have to change your breathing rhythm, just find it. Where is the breath most clear for you? This can be an anchor. We can return to this when we let things go, distractions go. So breathing in, your body expands to make room for this air. Maybe allow on the exhale any tight muscles to just soften or release. And if the breathing doesn't work for you, if it's labored right now, you can just concentrate on sound or the physical sensations in the body. If the physical sensations begin to be too much, you can return to the breath or sound. We can shift our focus onto that which is supportive. Starting with the muscles in the face, around the eyes. Take a deep breath and see if you can soften those muscles. Release them. Going down to the jaw. Extending down into the neck. All the while breathing. Expanding, releasing. Scanning down and around the shoulders. Maybe lifting them, raising them to the ears and letting them fall. The attention on the front of the body. You can even put your hands on your chest if you want. Feeling the rib cage expand, heart center, the lungs expand as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, releasing, letting go. Taking your attention to the back of the body. When you take a breath in, sensing into the way the back of the body receives that in-breath. And on the exhale, the way the back, the shoulder blades release. Attention on the abdomen as you take a breath in, the belly. You can even put your hands on your belly, feeling it rising and lowering with each breath. Attention on the hips. And feeling that sense of support that the hips are receiving from whatever you're sitting on. Bringing your attention down to your thighs. Maybe the way there's pressure on the backside, or the way your clothing is touching your thighs or your hands, the temperature of your hands resting on them, on your lap. Allowing the breath, seeing if you can release on the exhale any tension you find. The knees, greeting whatever's there. Is there stiffness or pain, or are they relaxed and at ease? Going down the back of the calf, wrapping around to the shin, down to the ankle, breath as a support. Feeling the heel, the arch, the balls of the feet, toes, tops of the feet. Now, because we're exploring resilience, adaptability, and change, we're going to take this sensory awareness we have on the feet. We're going to bring in a larger sense of change and notice how the body responds when we change our posture. So before moving, wait a minute, see if you can keep your focus for this shifting that we're going to do on the body's felt experience. So as we begin to move, notice if there's opinion or thought that interferes. I don't want to move, I'm very comfortable. Oh great, I was falling asleep, this is good. Just notice what shows up. And what we're going to do in a moment here is we're going to come to standing. You're probably going to want to just open your eyes a little, but in doing so, keep your attention drawn inward. So as we move from this seated position into a standing posture, feel the body as you make each move. You can begin to stand now, noticing the shift of balance, or the weight, softly, the stretching in the muscles, pressure on the feet. Notice what's happening in your body as you make this change. How the body adapts to change for you. And then rock from side to side and explore this experience in the feet and the legs. Settle into a stable standing position here and watch how the body aligns as you settle in to find balance. We're the observer of the body's felt experience as it endures change. Breathing and aware you're breathing. Standing now and aware of standing. And so as we move back into a seated position, feel free to stretch. Continue to keep awareness, however, on your body's felt experience as you take your seat again. If you prefer to stay standing, that's fine too. Notice how the body meets this change again. Notice how nothing stays the same in our body. So I gave a sound to you. I said stand. And the totality of the body began to shift in order to adapt to this new situation. And this thought stand came into your mind, and your whole body just aligned for that. The body naturally engages as a whole to help us reestablish balance. Now, whether you're standing or sitting, feel the body in its totality in this posture. Find your breath anchor. See if you can get present to your breathing again. What's present for you now? This moment is like this. Resting in the body's wisdom as it guides you through a constantly changing experience. If thoughts are pulling you away, what thoughts? Just becoming aware and then letting them go. Thank you. Right. Before we end, I want to cultivate a sense of heart-centered care. So bring your attention back to your heart center and take in a full deep breath. Did you know the heart's electrical field is 60 times greater in amplitude than the electrical activity generated in the brain? We can put that energy to work in helping to bring a little goodness to ourselves, to the world. So we start with ourselves for this practice. For when we don't cultivate love from within, we don't have the capacity to generate love for others. So let's become aware of one simple good fact. What brought us all together tonight was you committed to doing something nourishing for yourself, for your mind, your body, your spirit. And resting in that goodness for a moment and offering yourself a token of kindness and care. May I be happy. If you want to repeat that phrase or any phrase that works for you. May I be healthy, or as healthy as I can be today. May I be safe. May I experience peacefulness. And your body worked hard for you until this point in time, right? Now let's extend this wish, and if you feel like keeping your eyes closed, you can. If you want to look back at each other on the screen, offer each other that sense of care. We came together as a community, all with the same common desire, a little wellness. May we be happy. May we be healthy, or as healthy as we can be today. May we be safe. May we be at ease. And then expanding that sense of care to our support network. Maybe that's our friends, our families, but to all of us, extending that out like dominoes, right? Maybe that's to all the clients and care providers at Vessel Health. May you be happy. May you be healthy, holding all of these people, these beings in our heart. May you be safe. And may you be at peace. One final breath, deep in and out. And I'll give you another sound meditation to end the formal meditation. Thank you for your practice together. I have loved this.
Thank you, Marnie. I love it too. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So I thought if anyone wanted to share what's present for them, you can unmute yourself. If you feel like coming on and just sharing, what you experienced or what showed up, or maybe if you had an insight, or if you want to stay silent, that's fine too. I'm good with silence.
I can just say for myself, when this started, I knew it was going to be special, but I think you really become in that silence and in your space and in that feeling that you just walked us through. It just made me so much more cognizant and aware of my home space and how I feel here, and at different times what I may feel. And sometimes you feel like you have to be doing something, or you have to be, and so this was such a comforting thing to just be and allow yourself to just be, and you don't have to really be doing anything. So that was lovely.
It's precious to have that kind of experience. Like, I'm glad that you got to experience that.
Yeah, thank you. I know we have some great participants here, but they're all quiet, but I think they're just in a good place.
Yeah, that's fine. So on your note though, Sally, I will share, I have a really unique experience coming up in September. I've created 2 home retreats, and they're 2 hours each.
Nice.
And they're a package. So one is on September 13th. It's a Sunday from 9 to 11. And we're going to have a unique experience of logging in like this. And I'll do some teaching and guiding in a short meditation on the topic of mindful movement, and then have people log off and go practice mindful walking, mindful yoga, whatever they do. And then we come back on and we debrief that, and we experience that. And then the other part of that same retreat is digital mindfulness. So we're going to be really exploring our body in that retreat, and it'll be you log in from home. You can do it in your pajamas. And so we're going to look at how do we feel when we go online, and we're going to come back off. And we'll go online by ourselves, and then we'll come back into group in a meditative place, in a meditative way on retreat. And your home turns into a home retreat center. And then the second part of that package is on September 27th, also on a Sunday from 9 to 11. I'm doing one on mindful eating and mindfulness in daily tasks. So I'm asking people to not do one of their chores that morning, and we'll log in and have some teaching and practice together, and log off and make a snack, and then come back on and log off and go complete a task or a chore and come back on, all in the space of a mindful awareness. And so that's on my website. If that is something like that interests you, it's not as much of like a formal meditation as much as it is us exploring being mindful in our daily tasks in our home. But I also offer on Thursday night something similar to what we just did here. Every Thursday night for 30 minutes, I do a short guided meditation. And that's a monthly package. So that's what's going on in September. If anyone had an interest, or if I could send you the flyers, maybe that'd be great.
No, that's great. I do appreciate that. And Deb, thank you. I got your message. I think that anyone who would like to participate or find out more about Marnie, Marnie, you can give us your website address if you like now, and then I can also then follow up and make sure that everyone who was attending tonight does get that.
It's Living into Mindfulness. So livingintomindfulness.com, because that's what I'm trying to do, live into it.
Right. No, that's right. Yeah, we're not stagnant. We're still moving, breathing, living, thinking, feeling, all of that. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, it was a pleasure. I'm so glad you invited me back on.
We're happy to have you. And I was just looking to see if there was any questions. Does anybody have anything that they wanted to bring up? Let me see here. Yes, there's one. Let me see. What's that? Oh, that was yours. Okay, that was your website address. Okay. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure. So everyone who's still on, I know that you enjoyed it, I'm sure, as much as I have, and I really appreciate that you're here supporting Bessel and Marnie as well. So thank you, and Marnie, thank you. Always wonderful to see you. I can't wait to do this again, and just everyone have a blessed evening.
Yes, you too. Stay well.
Thank you.
I know, don't you love the wave? I feel so compelled to wave goodbye.
I know. I know. We're all going to become a real hugging nation after this is all over, I think.
I know. Bye-bye. Thanks for having me.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.